Hello, this is Gobsum with a bag of dice. Fun fact, a singular die is called a die. But I'm pretty sure many of you knew that. Now, it's a mixture of dice here. Some of you may recognize what kind of specific dice are, some are different from other dice. Let me move this bag here a little. Have some more arm room. Grab a few here. Sounds kind of like ice or something. Hear them tap to each other. Material, hard plastic. I'm guessing that's what these dice are made of. What? Don't want that to happen. Now these strange looking dice are actually for, some of you may have guessed it, D&D. When I was in high school, there was a kind of non-official D&D club that was run by one teacher, and they had very short sessions. It was basically during a lunch period, and so it was just all these students who would go, and like it was a horrible idea, but they still did it. And I tried joining, but fun fact, a lot of D&D players don't like it when you join a session, like, well, it's not a session, a campaign, while it's in progress, because like it kind of holds it. And I understand, because there's already enough people, and they had so limited amount of time to, play a session. But anyways, I might have dragged them down anyways, because I found out that I like the lore of D&D and not so much the mathematics that comes with it. Oh, but how I got the dice, anyways, was I showed interest into D&D with the teacher. Like, this gonna sound nerdy. I made like a report basing it off of Dungeons and Dragons, like off of some ecosystem or something like that. and this teacher, unbeknownst to me, was a big D&D fan and was the DM for the for a little club that he had. And so he had this big drawer full of like little sacks of dice, and he had like them color coded. So he had like red, blue dice, green dice, and I decided from these. And it was a gift from him to me. And yeah, so I've had these. I think I've lost some over the years. There was a lot more than wait, see here. These are this is probably like from a game or something, and these other dice are probably from like board games and other stuff, um, from other like games. But these, little guys here, they're specifically from a collection of dice that have dwindled over the years. Now, I do not promote gambling, but I do promote fun. And dice can be used for so many things other than gambling. As if I as I have shown here with just mixing them around and rolling them here, rolling them there. Um, I like this little pyramid one. It has like little points so you can get a good grip on it, roll your die. Um, but I understand how it would roll really. Let's try rolling it. I guess all the rolling would have to be in the air and not like across the surface because of aerodynamics. It's kind of neat. I've seen I used to have an app that you had digital dice, and there was like dice that went up all the way to 100, and like they had strange shapes. And then like there's the coin one where it's just two sided. That's two-sided die, literally just a coin. And then the three, then the four, all the way to 100. Like I said, I think it even went above 100, like sided die. So yeah, it was a nice little app. I would play makeshift D&D with my group of friends, um, that I like roped them into, and so yeah, we played using digital dice, and but we had one of my friends took it upon himself to actually have a paper map, like to have like when we do a campaign. He wasn't actually. Well, was he the GM? I think we would take turns to be the GM. Our sessions were weird. I think what we did was like make a short like campaign of like, okay, today we have our characters. I think I had like a high elf cleric. I think it was a high elf cleric, and we would reuse the same characters. And so each time I would use a high elf cleric when it was my time to play the game. And I I uh like we didn't have any maps, right? So like we would just like play, like imagine it with our head. Like we would describe a little bit here, like you walk into a dank cave. It was so dank that there was like lights everywhere, and vapor wave music going throughout the air. A damp cave, I was trying to say. But he would just give little descriptions, and then like it was mostly like fighting enemies and calculating that with the dice, right? It was mostly that. It was no real story to these things. But my friend, he decided to get serious, so he like made a map, and like so he had like an overworld map. So like I have like three locations, and then like, oh, there's a forest here, there's a town here, and then there's a like a bridge here. And like we would select a place, like, oh, let's go to the bridge. So he'll pull up another map like that he drew, and it would be of a bridge and like the things on it, like, oh, there's a blockade on the bridge, a bunch of bandits, and he told this whole story. And then the forest, there's a goblin village, and he even like drew out the village. And then the town, there's like these opposing churches, temples, and he drew out the town. It was real ambitious. It was pretty neat that he did that like on his own. Like he I guess like his favorite part was GMing and not so much playing. He had like a human character. My other friend had a dragon like person. I forgot what their race is. Like I don't want to say dragonborn, because I think of Skyrim, but it might have been called a Dragonborn. But I've been talking about D&D way too much. Maybe I can make a D&D ASMR. Who knows? Who knows? Who really knows? I think this is much more soothing than the other way, because cupping it like really amplifies the sound. Well, here it is. Dice, dice, dice. How nice. Let us play a little game for those at home. We have this die here. Pick a number, any of these numbers. You know how dice work, so so let's see. And you are the winner if you pick this number. That is. But yeah, you win a pat on the back. I wonder if this is actually just a decoration where it's not like actually meant for playing, unless like someone wanted fives all the time. Because like, what kind of game where the die would have to be, five-sided, all-sided, five on each side? Like, why did they design it that way? I don't know. Should I cheat with this? Should I go? Should I go? Okay, I just said I was like a promote gambling, right? Or I'm not. I don't promote gambling, but someone theoretically, if they wanted to gamble, could use this to cheat. Well, no, because it's too obvious, right? Like the person, whoever you're playing with, like will see. All right, all right. Let's do it for real this time. Oh wait, pick a number, and you are the winner. Ironically, it came up 5 again. So if you pick 5 twice in a row, you are a psychic. You're connected to the universe. Please use your powers for good, not evil. If you do anything evil, at least try to do one good thing before you do something evil with your powers of psychic guessing a die roll. Let's see. I was gonna talk about something else about dice, but playing with them is much more fun. Just kind of like stacking them and like, let's see how much we can stack. How many dice we can stack. Probably should have started with the big one, but yeah. But yes.